It's
Because
fair,
some
but
people will
for
say that,
everybody-
that if you're gay, you can't be a good person to God. But other people will say that if you're gay, you still can because you can still uphold the other Christian principles.
No.
This is God said for all sin, just all equal
Okay.
in the eyesight of the Holy.
No one is perfect in the eyes of God.
All sin, and the wages of sin is death. That's why we have to die
Because of sin. Okay. So wait, does that mean that hypothetically, if a person never sinned, they would never die?
But
Yeah,
you
but
can't
that's-
say that
that's
never
not-
sin because
but-
sometimes
but
with our
the
thoughts
thing-
we get
the
sin,
thing is
right?
That's not true.
Yeah.
So then Jesus died, he was a sinner.
No.
But he died.
He died physically. His
Right.
physical body had to die, but he committed no sin, so death did not hold him down. And that's why on the third day he rose again.
Right.
That's why, because sin couldn't hold him down.
Right.
That's the day he committed sin. So that's why
But he then
on
died
the-
afterwards.
He died on behalf of his physical body. But his spirit rose him back to life. So he came back to life on the third day, the resurrection. And that's the first born of the dead. And that's why we become dead.
So let's say, if you know someone you know that's or your family or whatever died and rose again,
Not to my knowledge, but I also don't know for a fact that Jesus did.
yeah, we don't have him even in the history. So what I'm saying is, so I want you to understand Jesus is coming to see it's not going to be real right? Can you understand? So what the Bible is requiring us is to confess, because if he did it kind of level, let's say he didn't do anything, but he died, let's say he never knows people, right? He never met people, let's say there are someone asking me, why you know this person? Only because I want to live, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I have lots of things, right? Jesus never did anything. God sent him, like, I was planning to die. Hey, people, they come back, right?
So I have a question. If you were told, who would you need to be told by that you, if you were to die for everybody else's sins, would you do it? And who would need to tell you to
Because
do it?
if everybody has different answers, right? It's personal question. Right? Let's say, because I'm still young, right? I want to live right, and I want to have lots of dreams, right? People, let's say, you know, if I ask me, I want to, because I want to live right. But when it comes to that, he sent him to die, which means this is unconditional love of God. Let's say we never even do anything, but he wants us to live his righteousness.
Do you think Jesus died? So Jesus died for everybody,
For the whole world.
even bad people.
Especially bad people.
For the whole world.
Can I ask what you're recording for? You're all good. I'm just
YouTube.
Just look over.
YouTube?
Yeah, me and him have a YouTube page.
So he died for me. So what I want to do is something I said. Let's say when you ask somebody, even how they why God
But I don't know if he chose the message.
because he chose that kind of meditation, but I'm just thinking myself, I will meditate. There are so many things whatever I do, but he chose. Let's say love is kindness, right?
Do you think death is required for love to be experienced?
That
Well, he had to die.
That's what
For love.
because he
He
saved
did not-
us because we are living in this world, right? So many things, so many things that feel like us, right? But now he sees us with the blood of Jesus, righteous, right? So he wants him to die so that he can see us with the next with the blood of Jesus, right? Because we have to live only from God. Nobody's perfect. But his grace makes us most importantly, after let's say he died today, he asked me how many people died of the life. The whole world can't so the closer we die to Jesus,
What,
so what he need to bring up is
Someone has to die.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Okay, say, you love somebody, right? You love somebody. And say a robber came and then after he started, he's gonna shoot. Would you stand away for that person?
Yeah.
So you would die in reality.
No, I'm standing out of the way. Sorry.
you jump out of the way.
So you let me get that. So.
Listen, no, because me standing there is not going to show God that I am worthy of living, and it's not going to keep me alive. It's going to kill me and keep him alive.
But
Right?
yeah, I understand. But would you die to protect him? Would you go in your way to protect him? If you love him?
No.
You wouldn't want you to. No. How about your mother? You see, because you lack love. Sacrifice. That's sacrificial love. Sacrifice.
Do you think to love somebody you need to think I'd sacrifice my life for them? Or does that just show a
guess what? You're not saved on something.
If I get out of the way, clearly, yeah.
By the end of the day, you're still gonna die, right?
Yeah.
Not if I get out of the way.
But you're still gonna die.
Well, yeah, in the future. Well, yeah, but that's the same argument as like, oh, well, everybody's gonna die eventually. So what's the point in living?
But the
Like,
point is, let's say, for us, we can save ourselves, right?
Right.
So let's say this can come anytime. We can save, right? That's why it's the message of the reason that the gospel we preach it is, Jesus one day will come. The Bible tells us one day he will come. But it doesn't mention which exact day, right? So it means we have to stand.
Okay, so then how do you feel? Because there's always, I see like on the internet every like 6 months, they're like, oh, the resurrection's gonna happen next week.
That's a good point.
How do you feel about that?
That's why it's all those ones.
Okay, yeah. I was like, that's a little. That was my thought. Is that's from all I heard is it's not a known day. So when people are like trying to be like, no, this day it's happening. I'm like agnostic. I like
You
there.
believe there's a higher power?
I believe there could be,
Okay.
but
That's why you asked the question.
yeah. Well, because because I like to talk to people with different religions, and that's where I've talked to, and I still haven't gotten a clear answer from anybody is what makes the Christian Bible more valid than what Muslims follow. Because I've spoken to many Muslims, and they say, well, they've read their, I don't remember if it's called the Bible. Yeah, they've read, and they're like, yes, this is relatable, this is truth, and they believe it with the same value that you believe.